It was the second leg of the Blues' historic treble. 9 months on, they are again on the trail of the world's most famous knockout cup competition. This time last season, they overcame Burnley at this stage. This time around, they face Newcastle United, seeking to become the first team in FA Cup history to reach 6 successive semi-finals. Newcastle set up in and around their own penalty area, making the gaps as small as they can. Kovacic, Rodri, and now a Kanji. Kanji getting towards the edge of the area, helps it to the left-hand side to Guardiola. Guardiola inside to Kovacic, who leaves it. Rodri instead picks it up. Rodri, central area of the pitch, out it goes to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva still into the penalty area, hits the shot, deflection in! 1-0 City. Bernardo Silva hit the shot. It took a really awful deflection if you're a Newcastle player, but it fell into the back of the net. Nothing the goalkeeper could do. It will go down as a Bernardo Silva goal, but it might well be an own goal. Either way, it's 1-0 City.
Yeah, if you look at it, I mean, it'll be interesting to see the replay if it was on target or not. You know, as they say, if you don't buy a raffle ticket, you're not going to win a prize. So he takes his shot at the goal. It does take a wicked deflection. The goalkeeper's got no chance because it just loops over his head.
And it's 1-0 to City, and Bernardo Silva is the goal scorer. In the left wing position, goes back to Kovacic. Kovacic darting forward, plays it back to Rodri, now to Guardiola, all in and around the penalty area. Guardiola back to Kovacic again. Kovacic looks up, plays it backwards to Diaz. Diaz comes forward, helps out wide to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva into the penalty area he goes, hits the shot, and it's gone in! Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a deflection as well, but it's the second goal for Bernardo Silva. It was the weirdest goalkeeping dive I've ever seen. It must have been a deflection, but either way, Bernardo Silva makes it 2. It's his second, and the Blues in control.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. You can see the camera's gone on. Bernardo Silva, even he's laughing but shaking his head at the same time as though, like, I can't understand how that has gone in.
I think it's the little touch off Botman that diverts it. Just there, a little sort of header, a deliberate header almost. So Bernardo Silva's got 2 goals tonight, and the Blues are 2-0 up. The ball is with Guardiola on halfway. Forced away by Murphy, goes back to Akanji. Kanji helps it on to Diaz, and Diaz goes back to Ortega. Ortega on to Rodri. Ooh, he's not going to get to that, Rodri, and Newcastle will pick it up through Byrne. High up the pitch, Newcastle, but City have regrouped. Bruno Guimaraes in central midfield. Out wide it goes to Murphy. Murphy in a crossing position on the right side, hits a deep ball. Byrne is there, he gets there. Chance for Newcastle, saved by Ortega. Well, it was a good knockdown, and I think it was Isak as well, that the man they would have wanted it to fall to, and he hit it with power, but Ortega made a good left-handed save.
It is the right person that you want on the end of it, and Isak, for Newcastle fans, he hits it down, does everything correct, but it's a very, very good save by Ortega.
By no means out of this game, Newcastle. If they get the 3rd goal of the contest, we all know from football matches of many, many years that 2-0 can be a precarious lead. If the 3rd goal makes it 2-1, the opposition get genuine momentum and belief as Foden, brilliant from Foden, into the area he goes. Oh, he slammed it wide. The first bit was outstanding, a little touch and go, gone away from the last defender.
Yeah, the first bit was just world class, you know, the awareness of bodies around him. I mean, if he'd have scored that, that would have been an absolute top goal.
And he's already got the most number of goals he's scored in a single season, 17, Phil Foden. And we're at the business end of the campaign now, so if he can stay fit, who knows how many he might grab. Now City coming forward with Foden. On it goes to Haaland. Haaland's got a pass here to Doku. On it goes to Doku. Doku into the penalty area. Deflection and goes out for a corner. It's the first deflection that hasn't gone in tonight for City. It goes away for a corner.
Yeah, the ball eventually makes its way to Doku. I think Foden was another option. Who just right behind Doku. I'm thinking if it doesn't take a deflection of Lascelles, I think it's nestling in the bottom corner.
There's 2 or 3 City players waiting to burst beyond that very high Newcastle line. Here's Akanji. Kanji on towards Doku, and Doku's through. This is the moment we spoke of, and it's a good save by Dubravka. We all knew it was coming, and probably it was going to be Doku, and it was a good stop from the goalkeeper.
Well, it was a good stop from the goalkeeper. Me personally, I think he takes it with his wrong foot.
Another City corner. It's Foden is going to hit an outswinger. Goes towards the back post. Haaland's header and kept alive, and then I think it was Diaz who headed it goal bound, and Dubravka on the goal line hurled himself to his right and gathered it. City have got it with Kovacic. He helps it out wide to Guardiola. Guardiola to the edge of the penalty area, checks and comes back, plays it to Doku. Doku on to Foden. Foden back to Doku. Doku hits the shot. Great save, Dubravka. Brilliant 1-2 between Foden and Doku, and Dubravka tips it round the post.
Perfect pass. I thought it was a tight angle for Doku, but just looking at the replay, he's aiming precisely where he wanted it to go, which is in the side net, so it's a decent save by the goalkeeper.
And in the end, it's Ortega made a bit of a mess of it. City win it back, so it's fine. Rodri, Foden, lovely. Kovacic now gets away, good run. On it goes to Haaland. City have gone through the thirds beautifully. Haaland now straight at Newcastle. Got an option, keeps on going, puts it in. No, wide, inches wide. Brilliant from Haaland. Used the defender as a sort of block to the goalkeeper's view and bent it round the post, but only just. Now it's with Foden. Foden across to Kovacic. The rain absolutely bucketing down now. Bernardo Silva puts in a cross. It's a deep one, deflects up into the air. Akanji helps it on, headed away, and then drilled in on the volley by Guardiola. It takes a deflection, corner, could have been 3-0.
I tell you what, it's a decent block by Lascelles, because that is right on target. I don't think the goalkeeper would save that, because the connection is just so sweet.
25 minutes to go. City 2, Newcastle 0. 2 first half goals from Bernardo Silva, who's just lost the ball in a dangerous part of the pitch, and now Almiron darts forward. Almiron in a shooting position, plays it across. Isak, City can't quite get it away. Isak gets beyond Akanji. He's down to the byline. Akanji makes the block, goes out for a corner, and just for a little glimmer, City were in a bit of spot of bother, and Isak couldn't get his shot away in time.
Isak takes a poor touch, but eventually Akanji does really well, comes across, shuts him down, but concedes a corner.
Foden back to Akanji. Akanji into the possession of Bob. Bob, that's nice from Oscar Bob. Darts forward onto Haaland. Haaland in towards Foden. Foden up towards Bob. Bob into the penalty area onto Haaland. Haaland can't find a way through, but then he gets his shot in and it deflects out for a corner. Really good from City.
Yeah.
It just picked him off.
Yeah, really good play between Foden, Bob and Haaland. Bob looked sharp, you know, nice little touches. As soon as he touches it, he's away again, trying to get the next one. He does really well, knocks it one side of the player to get the other, then uses just brutal strength. He's just trying to dink it in. I think it again hits off sharp.
Well, it's been one of the most comfortable 2-0 wins you'll ever see. And the Blues are into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. A little bit of history created by them. Yet another record goes tumbling. They become the first team in FA Cup history to reach 6 consecutive FA Cup semi-finals. Final score, City 2, Newcastle 0.